As we all know that it is after 16 years that India lost two consecutive bilateral T20 I series, and that too after emerging as the Men's T20 World Cup 2026 champions and became the first team to win back-to-back titles as well. So they were playing brilliant cricket, and that is for the very first time after the end of era of Surya Kumar Yadav that they lost any bilateral series, first against Ireland and then against England. So most of the games they played, yeah, they went in South Africa. They performed brilliantly, but most of the games they played that were held in Asian conditions, but they were absolutely flawless, undoubtedly. But all of a sudden, when they take on Ireland, they lost bilateral series. All of a sudden, their morale dampened, and it was further dented by English team who were under the scrutiny. The red ball team were under scrutiny because what happened, the Ben Stokes matter, and lots of happening because of their shortcomings in the red ball format in Ashes and subsequently against New Zealand. The way they lost to New Zealand, questions were raised, and now we had the resignation of Brendan McCallum as their red ball coach, though he will continue uh, had to spearhead them as their coach in the white ball formats. But talking about the reactions, about the Indian team performance, so everybody is mentioning and having their take on the matter. So did Adil Rashid, who is interestingly part of that series, which England won comprehensively, the White Post India. So he was joined by his friend, his companion, Moeen Ali. So they had their take about the performance of Indian team and their debacle against England. So they went on to raise many questions, and they said that they played very poor cricket. Moeen Ali said that India played poor cricket, and I think so. They went on to lose that rhythm because they lost to Ireland, and subsequently their morale went on to get dampened. As a result, they went on to lose one game after another. So this is the take of Moeen Ali. And speaking about the Indian batting prodigy, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, Moeen Ali said that you cannot drop Vaibhav Sooryavanshi after two games, or it would have been better. You should not inducted him if you dropped him after just two games, and then you also shakes the confidence of Sanju Samson was also shaken because he wasn't given opportunities, consistently dropped after two games. So he also raised the question that how you can drop that, and he also said mainly that yeah, it is not always compulsory that team combination changing in team combination will work all the time. Once you drop your big wigs, the season campaigners, it is not always mandatory that the young guns will click. So this is what happened with India. So speaking about Shivam Dube, Moeen Ali believed that he should not bowl in T20 eyes because he adds pressure on Indian bowling battery, and plus he was of the view that India bowled pathetic. Uh, they should bring their big top guns back into the bowling battery as well, and especially he said that their fielding was below par. Their fielding was below par. And we have seen that in the 50-20 I how catches have been dropped. Abhishek dropped catches. So did the like Americans. So their fielding standards were poor. Even their own Indian journalists were of the view that if you go 10 to 12 years back, their fielding team was far better than the contemporary one. So yeah, a lot of concerns. So when it comes to Adil Rashid, he was of the view that yeah, conditions in India and England different altogether. And he speaking about his own experience when playing in India, he said that yeah, most of the time if you smashed a flat hit, it will go six straight away. But in English conditions, it is not always the case, with the exception of Bristol, which is comparatively a stadium which gives Indian vibes. So that's it. So he also said that boundaries here in England are bigger in comparison to India. So yeah, there is a huge difference, and I think so. Definitely, this is a big dent on Indian team, and now all important is that how they will revive themselves, because this is a big blow. Though if there was another team who lost back to back two bilateral series in a row, so maybe there was no debate. But this is an Indian team who kept on dominating the rankings and lost the number one spot recently after getting whitewashed by the Harry Brook inspired England. By the way, if you want to see any of the heavyweights of T20 eyes who is showing that he is still one of the most prolific players active, is Joss Butler, because he lost form despite the fact that England qualified for the semis in the Men's T20 World Cup, but his form overall was jittery. So 131 run was a huge boost. And even Phil Salt was not too brilliant in Men's T20 World Cup. But he is also regaining his form, which is very good sign. And Harry Brook is a multi-format player. He is a multi-format player undoubtedly, and look at his performances in red ball cricket, in ODIs, in T20Is. He plays every format according to his own requirement, conditions. That is why he's so effective. Even against Pakistan, when he knocked out Pakistan, he played brilliant against Pakistan. Brilliant against Pakistan. If we got rid of him, maybe we might seal the semi-final spot straight away. Though subsequently we had to rely on that Sri Lankan game by winning with better margin, which we couldn't. Courtesy Dashun Shaneka spoiled over win and celebrations as well. So overall, Indian team will be very disappointed. And let's see they what will they do, because right now they really need to revamp their strategy. Extravagant changes tipped their form, sadly, and the fans are lamenting now. Why not? Because you look at how can you drop Sanju Samson, by the way. Uh, he is your player of the tournament. You know, he compiled three back-to-back 80s in the knockout matches. So this is absolutely insane, I reckon. And how can you drop Surya Kumar Yadav? I agree. I 110% agree that he wasn't into his best form, but as the captain, he was spearheading them well. Come on, he won the Asia Cup for you. He won the Men's T20 World Cup for you. What else you want? So unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. इस तरह तो नहीं चलता. And In the same way, it was Surya Kumar Yadav who uh, turned the tide for India against USA. Otherwise, India might lost that match too. So have your say in the comment section and to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.